If we said it, we meant it. We gon' keep it 100 offended. Don't tune in if you easily offended. Sending shots and I'm hitting the engine. If you whack, I'ma tell you wag, homie. Ain't no dealing with gossip, it's facts only. He fought and I smell all the cap on him. You ballin' the salary cap on him. You in a privileged position to learn something. So sit back and pour up or burn something. We ain't out here to preach, but the word coming. Ain't hearing from us, you ain't heard nothing. We got the block hot like we serve something. We cover the topic, don't swerve nothing. I'm one of them fresh off the curb youngins that probably came up off herb selling. No telling, we out here setting the vibe. Loggic Unplugged, what a good time to be alive. We up, pouring up, do filling up my cup. If you're looking for the truth, tune in to us. This is that real shit, they can relate cause they know that we kill shit. Guys, the limit ain't heard of a ceiling. Tell these X nothing less than $1 million, that's on God.
Welcome back. Welcome to episode 4 of Loggic Unplugged podcast. That's Logic with 2 motherfucking G's, because that's what the fuck we is. I'm your host, Abdul Hamid, a.k.a. me, the Jersey Slugger, a.k.a. Mr. 856 Don't Take No Shit, a.k.a. 609 It's Our Time, a.k.a. I done ran the fuck out of a.k.a.s. To my left, to the audience's right, is none other than Shay Elise, a.k.a. Miss Shay C Vibes.
What's up, squad?
You know the vibes.
Yeah, all of that. I'm tired today.
I see you
Y'all
tired.
gonna have to bring it out of me today.
I said, we got you. We gonna carry you along. I mean,
It's the hustle.
yeah, I know. You know, you've been dead weight anyway, but you know, only playing.
Leave it to the men, man. Leave it to the men. They started on me early today, man.
Nah, but real quick though, how was your week and your weekend?
It was restful. I rested all week and I ain't have nothing going on. I ain't make no money either, but that made me sad.
You can always start up a OnlyFans page.
I'm thinking about it. Don't spoil my idea. Don't give it away.
Everything else good with you though?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm chilling.
Blessed and highly favored.
Oh, don't steal my line though.
Yeah, line.
Oh, I said that to you before
you said it to you said it to me last week. You said it to me last week.
Anyway.
But speaking of turn ups, you know, we got thought number 1 over here to the right. My right and the audience's left. There's none other than Matic Beats, aka Matic. What's going on, brother? You good?
What's poppin', man? What's going on?
You tell me, man. You know, just the third weekend in a row. You was I mean, it didn't end in anything. You know, going to a situation, but you was definitely on the move.
Definitely. Yeah, I just released the Bonnet EP this weekend on Friday. I mean, go check that out. It's on all streaming platforms. You know what I'm saying? Just search that Bana, B-A-N-A. You know what I mean? But besides that, we was about to go to some situation. You know, we missed it.
No. Let's break it down. I sent this brother. No, let's break it down. All right. I was at work, working hard as a hard black man, you know, working down, you know, busting my fingers, you know, to the bones and working hard. And I came across something on Instagram. I said, yo, there's a barbecue in Glassboro, New Jersey. Send them the flyer. I get a text maybe about 15, 20 minutes later. Yo, bro, we out.
It sounds like you instigated it, though.
Yeah, but I sent it to him, but, you know, it was very quick and swiftly. You know what I mean? So I FaceTimed the brother, you know, him and, you think your cousin mind saying his name?
Don't be throwing nobody's name out there.
Should I say his name or no? Am I allowed to say his name? I can say his name. All right. Him and his cousin Cornell, a.k.a. the Slutty Boys.
Yeah.
All right.
We about to start that promo team,
mofos,
Slutty
man.
Boys.
Yeah,
Incorporated.
The Slutty Boys. I FaceTime them. They in the car. They suit. He telling me he even cleaned his coffee table. He ain't cleaned since 2018.
Yeah, man. It was a big deal.
You know.
Oh, my God.
This dude over here, man, cleaning and prepping for the post party to come back to the crib and
After
all
the
that
party
just to
is
be.
the after party.
Yeah, he went to the party and there was no party. That was the problem. You know what I mean? When it was a dud.
Yo, it was we got there so late that the let out it didn't exist no more. Like we seen, you know, when it was like lit to the point where cars was parked all the way down the street. Yeah. We seen mugs like that were still stragglers, like maybe like 2 blocks down parked. I was like, damn, we really missed this shit.
How far on CP time was you?
Well, you got to put into account this. Chase sent me the message. He wasn't late on it because this shit started at 4.
Okay.
I got it from. He sent it to me at 6:15. I text my cousin at like 6:30.
And he sent me a text at about 6:38, said we out.
You just mad you ain't get to go.
Say, yo, coffee table is clean, we out. Didn't care about the toilet, the bathroom, nothing. He said, yo, the coffee table was clean.
The bathroom's always mediocre. The bathroom I always keep under maintenance, so it don't be too wild. Not too wild.
But moving along, real quick before we get into the topics, sports is kind of back. Basketball's back.
Yo, did y'all watch that weird? I don't know. It's weird to me to see all the TV screens.
The virtual fans.
Yeah.
The virtual fans. That's crazy. I was thinking about
weird.
signing up for it though, because
That's like what I was wondering. So, what do you buy tickets? Like, how does that work?
From what I heard, I was listening to sports radio earlier, and they said it's just like a virtual chat room. You go in and they just choose, like they kind of choose you.
Wow.
They kind of choose you. Yeah, it's something crazy, man. Stink ass Ben Simmons shot 50 million threes, made them in a row in practice again for the third straight year, and ain't shoot one fucking jumper the whole game. But that's a whole nother story. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna move on from that. But
Well, before we get into the topics, we never asked, how you doing?
Right. We don't.
I appreciate that. Man. I appreciate that shit.
that.
I feel good. That makes me feel good.
I'm just making conversation.
No, oh damn. All right, that was short lived, but no, I'm good though. I'm good. But no, I'm good though. Hanging in there, working hard. You know what I mean?
Hardly
Doing what
working.
I'm working hard, man. I was in the middle of a fucking monsoon today.
Oh, you was out in the shit
Yeah,
today?
I was outside
What's his
in the
name?
shit.
Isaiah, the hurricane. The
I don't know. I don't know that nigga name.
Yeah.
I don't even fuck with that nigga though. Honestly, I don't fuck with that nigga. I don't fuck with no
out in that
nigga
shit?
name whose name is Isaiah.
It's called Isaiah's.
It was some. I'm pretty sure I'm not pronouncing.
Damn, that sound like a hurricane.
It was some shit.
But moving along, we brought up sports and everything, so that kind of leads us into our first topic. We have a rapper, an entertainer, who is contemplating going into the NBA. It's been done before, actually by the person who was narrating his commercial. It all got brought up by a commercial by J. Cole. J. Cole was dropping a shoe line with Puma. And it's only like a 45 second commercial. But Master P's in the background. Pretty much saying they're on a basketball court and he's talking about I think along the lines of I hope you're not thinking about doing what you're gonna do. Something like that, basically insinuating going to the league. Now, quick backstory for those who don't know. Apparently J. Cole, he went to St. John's University in Queens, New York, up in Jamaica, Queens. Apparently he was
Shout
there.
out St. John's, man.
Apparently he was there on a basketball scholarship, or he was there to play ball, and he gave that up to rap. So there was also an interview real quick before I let you guys talk that Master P said he spoke with J. Cole. There's also articles out there, and he said he is very serious about pursuing a career in the NBA. My personal opinion is, I'm not saying it can't be done, but it's the NBA. These are motherfuckers that been training their whole lives, who ain't take no time off. Like these D-League players for the 87ers is nice as shit.
That's true. The D-League is nice, bro. If you ever watch them, I don't know about J. Cole.
So what's y'all thoughts about J. Cole?
Inception into the league, I don't know.
Well, here's my issue with the thing. The man describes himself as a late bloomer. You know what I mean? That's out his mouth. And
I could not relate.
They said something about him. He makes up in creativity and finesse what he lacks in fundamentals. That's not somebody that I want to see in the NBA. Like you lack fundamentals, but you kind of nice. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to see Cole on the court.
No, I think it'd be something good to watch though.
He might
like
be
him
more
try
like-
because the
They gotta
tryouts,
They
like,
got to bring back the MTV Jocks. What was the game
like
back
the
in the
All
day?
Star, like the you talking about like the
he
All
need to
Star
just
game.
do
Yeah, when they used to
N1.
bring all the celebrities out
He just
in the
needs to
league,
do
just that.
N1. If he's trying to be
Yeah.
finesse,
I don't even think N1 is still around, is it?
well, he just needs to do the record games. Then.
Listen, man, N1 fell off. They sell N1 in Walmart now. You know what I mean?
you right.
And look, I ain't gonna lie. My old ass was right there. Yo, they got N1 in
When
in
it
Walmart.
first came out, it was lit though.
My
It
kids
wasn't
was
selling
lit.
in no Walmart.
Yeah, my
when it
kids
first
looking
came out.
my kids looking at me like, Dad, don't nobody wear that shit. I'm thinking it's N1 like still back in the day. Like, yo, N1 in Walmart, like this crazy.
N1 was the shit back in the day.
Oh
I'm
man,
blaming all the bootleggers for putting all the N1 tapes on the street.
man,
And
shout out
that
to
man
Hot
never
Sauce.
made no
Yeah.
money.
I mean,
Hot Sauce
Professor.
was, man, I remember watching Hot Sauce, bro. That shit was finesse at its like 100, beyond 100%. That's infinity. The
Yeah, but
finesse
I
he
think
was-
Yeah, man. J. Cole, I think he's definitely going to try out. I think he'll. I do see him taking it serious as far as training. Now, the only issue is going to be is, you're going to take it hard for 5-6 months to train to try out. But these motherfuckers are going hard, pause, all year long.
Right.
You know what I mean? So.
Speaking of that, though, did y'all watch any of the No Limit documentary?
Yeah, speaking of Master P.
I didn't catch it.
Yeah, I caught it. Pause.
How many parts was it?
It was only 2. The other 2 get released this tomorrow night, Wednesday.
Okay, because I was wondering what happened. Like, I saw the 2 parts and I'm like,
Yeah, it was a 2-hour premiere. It was an hour and an hour. So did you didn't watch any of it?
I didn't catch it. No.
It was. Did you watch it?
I did.
You,
I thought you was.
no, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you.
Yeah,
I'm looking at you.
You know, I caught it. I caught all my documentaries. They going ham on.
I mean, you short, but I ain't looking that far past you.
We was gonna go one episode without the short jokes. What episode?
No, but what was your feelings on the documentary?
I was waiting for it. You know what I mean? That's stuff that we've been wanting to know because he's the only entrepreneur for real. Before Jay and all of them, he's been working on this ownership, this entrepreneur.
Well, he's the biggest one because honestly, and he gives all the praise to Jay Prince and Rap-A-Lot Records before him. It's just that Rap-A-Lot Records wasn't as big as No Limit as we know him. Mm-hmm. But you ask anyone from Texas or anybody in the independent field, like No Limit, Cash Money, they always pay homage to Jay Prince and Rap-A-Lot Records. But yeah, he took that independent to the next level. Like, and especially you need to watch it because it breaks down like how he did his research as far as his ownership and getting an 80-20 deal with Interscope and was it Interscope and Jimmy Iovine, or they're the ones that played him out, I believe.
Was it a distribution deal?
It was a distribution deal. What he did was, spoiler alert, anybody didn't watch it.
It's a documentary.
It's a documentary. Y'all can catch up anytime. But what he did was, because he didn't know nothing about nothing in the game, he was selling out of his trunk. He met with Michael Jackson's lawyer. Just to meet with Michael Jackson's lawyer, this motherfucker wanted $25,000 up front just for like a 5 to 10 minute meeting. But that 5 to 10 minutes put him on game.
Wow.
And when he sat down with him, he asked him, he said, wow, how do I make money in this game? I don't want to be finessed. How do I make money? And this is what Michael Jackson's lawyer told him. He said, you don't want a record deal. You want a distribution deal.
Okay.
And you want a majority ownership. Mm-hmm. So Master P, I keep saying it's Interscope and Jimmy Iovine, but I believe they're the ones that played him out at first because Jimmy Iovine and them had what was it? They had Death Row and all them. But at first he went to whoever it was, whether it was Interscope or Atlantic, whoever. At first he asked for 85-15. And then they came back with him, and they said, no, we'll do 80-20. But he was caking. Like the records were going for like $20 a pop.
Yeah, he was making like $8 an album.
He was killing
like
them,
$10 an album.
And then they was getting into his story, man, and like, you know, growing up in the Cali Oak projects and going to Richmond and his brother getting killed and dumped on the side of the highway.
Yeah, I didn't know none of that.
Yeah, and I didn't know how big his family was.
I heard his brother died, but I didn't know how.
Yeah, and like his grandparents had like 11 kids, and he had a bunch of brothers and sisters. And
he said it was like 16 people.
I gotta catch that when
it was 16 people in a 3-bedroom apartment in the projects.
That's
like
wild,
it was crazy, man. And you know, he was talking about it was several times where it was destined. Like, you know, a lot of people don't know Silk the Shocker is his real brother. Yeah. You know, we all know Silk the Shocker.
Yeah.
But you know, just talking about like how the retaliation of his brother's death, not his brother's death, it was
they was in the club.
Someone else's death at the time, and then they were going to contemplating shooting up the chick and the mom, and he skated on that. Then they was in the club in Richmond, and he had like a Uzi. He got in a situation, and he went to go let off on the Uzi, and the shit jammed or didn't work. And then when he went to go mess with the gun a little later on, like it went off when he barely touched it. So, but he said it himself, like him and everyone around him, like if that Uzi went off, there wouldn't have been No Limit Records. Because he was out there ready to spray some shit up in the middle of Richmond, California and everything. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So,
you know, real. Richmond's real out there.
Yeah, that's the Bay, man. That's the Bay. Definitely the Bay, man. Definitely the Bay. But moving on along from there, Good brother came home. Another, you know, we stuck in our old school time period right now, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, here you go. But how many boos you got?
I got a few.
I mean, this your boo. Raphael Sadiq is bae.
Yep.
Still fuck R&B to our DIE. You know how we do.
But you remember my boo though, so it
No,
means
that was
something.
bae. You said this is boo.
Damn, I remember
First of all-
like slow dancing to that shit. Motherfucking.
But to the audience who
school
don't know
dances.
who we're talking about Loon. Loon came home. How long did Loon serve?
9 years.
9 years. Loon, formerly of Bad Boy Records, was a big time artist on Bad Boy Records. Came home from prison. You know, what was he? Because I get him and
believe
G
it was
Dep
drugs.
mixed. It was drugs,
Oh,
right?
nah,
In North
G-Dep
Carolina.
was-
No, G Dep was
got
locked up for
bodied.
murder. I know that. But I be getting them confused what they got locked up for though. But I think it was drugs in North Carolina or something like that, right?
I
Like
don't know where it was, but I know it was.
I think he did Fed time too, I think. But you know, the brother came home. One of the things I saw on his post was Puffy put a little comment under there, said, you know, he saw that the shade. You all right? Roll your eyes.
I did.
You rolled your eyes. Damn, you ain't fucking with black excellence?
Ah man.
But Puffy said, you know, brother, reach out. Puffy said, reach out, brother, you know, love to work with you or whatever. I saw Puffy take a lot of criticism for this. I don't, for the simple fact is a lot of people think he should have reached out behind the scenes, but for Puffy to be at the stature he's at, just to publicly put it out there means now he's held at an even higher standard, in my opinion. That's my personal opinion.
I'm not gonna be satisfied until the Bad Boy documentary comes out and we get the truth
I agree.
The truth of what?
of how much of a conniving individual this man is.
Oh, no, all right, listen. This the thing is, that is a big misconception. For the
was
simple
there?
fact, oh no, I wasn't there.
Oh,
but I'm
alright.
going off of what D Block says. And D Block, who caused the biggest, hold on. D Block, who caused the biggest ruckers, Jada Kiss, all the whole Hot 97 shit with Angie Martinez and throwing refrigerators and free the locks, all this shit, came out and said later, our deal was no worse than anybody else's. We fucked with D and Y because they were already our managers and they started up Rough Riders. Our deals, when we look at it, niggas was getting jerked 20,000 times worse than the artists on Bad Boy. A standard contract for first coming in the game, that was a standard contract.
Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do it.
But wait, quick question: Would y'all walk 5 or 3 miles to go get a
The
cheesecake?
cheesecake.
I'm not an
Fucking
artist.
right I
though.
would.
I'm not an artist.
Yeah, I
I mean,
would.
listen, I walked 5 miles for some coochie and I didn't even get the shit back in the day.
Well.
That's before cell phones, when we was off of landlines. Niggas ain't have no L's. Niggas is catching
different.
buses. Nigga, man, I was catching.
Different.
All right, so listen. I mean, I can't sit here and say yes or no. I know I was on some dummy missions
You
back in
wouldn't
the
walk
day.
for no cheesecake for Diddy.
Man, I would never say never. I would never say never. Listen, you'll be surprised, man.
Not
what
the way
motherfuckers
he
do.
propositioned that shit.
You'll be
Yeah,
surprised
nah,
with niggas.
that
do
I
for
would've
the
been
Treating
bag.
them like they wasn't shit. Like, go give me some cheesecake,
You'll be
motherfuckers.
surprised what niggas do for the bag, though, man.
Then they should have showed the Dave Chappelle skit in that shit. They should have thrown a clip on there where that nigga got picked up and shit by the bodyguards holding one nigga's dreads and shit.
Nah, but the brother, but the brother Loon is home, man. Yeah, I mean, Muslim brother, salams to the brother. You know, hopefully he looks good. Pause. Looks like he in shape and everything. Yeah, I mean, that's Boo, or that's Boo.
Bill.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, all the girls ain't forget about Loon
At
though.
all, because he still looked just as fine as when he
man.
went in.
Cause that nigga,
he
that
look
nigga,
alright. Pause.
that nigga had the serenade voice and shit. He had the serenade voice and shit. And it was so crazy now with the rap shit and the R&B shit. These niggas forgot about the serenade voice. All these niggas got the auto tune on their shit.
But you know
fucking
what?
sound like fucking what chipmunks and shit on the song and shit.
I can't
Man,
see
you gotta
what he's
sound
doing.
manly and shit. Girls don't want to hear that bullshit, man.
Nah,
I
he
don't
was
know
saying
what you
some
talking
weird
about.
creep shit at one point though. He was on the tracks with 3LW when they were still young and shit.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, he was on a couple 3LW.
He was about the bag, man. They probably made him do it.
Man,
He was signed to a label. They made him do it.
We'll never know. All I know is stop the P Diddy hate. But right now, man, we gonna go ahead. We gonna take another break. We gonna take our first break. What we're gonna do right now is we're gonna highlight a up and coming artist. Actually, 3 artists, all of them out of Wilmington, Delaware. We're gonna highlight Busy Bone, aka just Bone. This brother right here is a D1 basketball player.
Facts.
Also, yeah, he's a D1 basketball player. He was highly recruited out of high school. Went to St. George's High School in Middletown.
He working.
Was a 4-star recruit. It's Busy Bone featuring Kai Fizzle.
Kai's lit.
Yep. And Nessa. This is Kobe. So right now, if y'all haven't heard this song, this right now to me is the hottest thing smoking out of Delaware and Wilmington right now. So right now, this is Busy Bone, Kai Fizzle, and Nessa. This is Kobe.
Yo, GG, turn it up.
Yeah, I rap that game, yeah, I'm talking a lot. Yeah, straight up the block, yeah. And I'm just talking about my OGs, yeah. And I'm just ballin' like I'm Kobe, yeah. R.I.P. to Kobe. Yeah, I rap that game, yeah, I'm talking a lot. Yeah, straight up the block, yeah. And I'm just talking about my OGs, yeah. And I'm just ballin' like I'm Kobe, yeah. R.I.P. to Kobe.
We used to be 100 deep by the West Center City. Life was different on them bikes, still the best in the city. When I see Ron, Johnny E, I tell him Papa Willie. And if you see me in the hood, just know I got it with me. We started off shooting them shots inside the court. Now we fighting charges, trying to beat the case in court. Niggas gangster on the internet, but they still on the porch. You know I'm from that west side, but you from over north. Young Stephen Price, just like Ash, you live one hell of a life. You was the greatest on them bikes, bro, you a legend for life. I know that I'ma make it, you was supposed to do it with me. I wish that I could see you Willie in that 4 nifty. Hood legend, but some of these niggas was real jealous. How that nigga killed Stephen, he was living real reckless. I just dropped down to my knees, man, that shit really hurt. I swear to God, I wish that you was in the crib with dirt. Or I wish you had it on you when that nigga came. Ever since you left, I swear to God, bro, I ain't been the same. Man, these niggas lame, I put your face up on that picture frame. We lost Brandon Meat and now the life for men, I'm feeling pain, this shit insane. I just was chilling with my son and shit. Scrolling through my pics, looking at us when we was young and shit. I'ma forever rep your name, we blood cousins, but we more like mud brothers. Damn, I wish that we was young again.
That game, yeah, I'm talking a lot. Yeah, straight up the block, yeah. And I'm just talking about my OGs, yeah. And I'm just ballin' like I'm Kobe, yeah. R.I.P. to Kobe. Yeah, I rap that game, yeah, I'm talking a lot. Yeah, straight up the block, yeah. And I'm just talking about my OGs, yeah. And I'm just ballin' like I'm Kobe, yeah. R.I.P. to Kobe.
I took some losses to the streets, man, I miss all my soldiers. You know the rules and people snatch you, better not do no folding. They telling me that I'm hot, but I'm really just flowing. I know I got it, I'm just waiting on my chance to show. I know one call for a slow to stitch. Wait, Drew, if you nigga gon' snitch. Fuck goes on till they get rich. These niggas ain't really on shit. I should've gone slide with this blick.
My pockets, they look like a brick. Passed the Nessa and that's since they thought I was gone, but I'm back in the mix.
They thought I was gone, but I'm back in the mix. These bitches feeling my drip. Ain't got no love for a bitch. Call fish for a beat, we scared.
I'm not your average kid because I had a kid. My son depending on me now, so call me Daddy Fish.
So that means I'm Uncle Nessa. Keep going like fish, you special. Can't wait to bust them bezels. Can't wait to bust them bezels.
You know you Uncle Nessa, that mean he gon' respect you. And I ain't know no better, but I'm with my bros forever.
Yeah, yeah. And I know life won't get no better. It's for my youngest in them trenches to know better. Just like Lil Busy, just because he a go-getter.
It's like it's raining all these dirty tears. Blood shots to his chest, he lost his bros for real. Traumatized, he's so numb, he got him popping pills. Life so crazy that he wishing that he took in the pill. Yeah.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. That was Kobe by Busy Bones, Kai Fizzle, a.k.a. Kai Fizz, and Nessa. You know what I mean? That was definitely a banger over there. How y'all feel about that? Them little,
That shit was fire.
them young brothers right there, straight out of Wilmington.
They spitters, man. I'm fucking with their energy, man. And they come in with a lot of motherfucking energy, and they on that competitive rap shit. They know.
Yeah,
They know
man,
what
that's
time it
definitely
is.
a banger right there, man. It's straight out of the 302, straight out of Wilmington, man.
That flow kind of crazy.
Yeah, it kind of remind me of myself back in the day when I used to spit something, but I ain't going to do it to y'all right now.
Don't embarrass
I ain't going to do it to
Man,
y'all
spit
right
that
now,
quick
man.
2 bars.
Nah, man. But speaking of rappers,
Is he still a rapper? Will he still be rapping?
ooh,
Yo,
the
you about
shade.
to nah,
That's the
you about to really
hold on.
talk about?
Hold on. That's the
shit.
second time this episode she threw shade.
Did I?
The first time she rolled the eyes at Diddy.
I did.
Yeah.
I don't blame her.
And now you calling him still a rapper? He got, listen, man, the man is nice. Well, he was nice. You know what I mean?
She not finna take that.
We talking
Take that,
about
take that.
We talking about Harlem underground legend,
Oh man,
reality TV,
this kind of breaks my heart a little bit.
new reality TV personality. We talking about Vado
Come on, Vado.
on Marriage Boot Camp with Tahiri.
Come on, Vado.
So
That shit was nutty.
So those of let me get the audience caught up real quick. If people don't know, Tahiri and Vado are on Marriage Boot Camp and not married. And not even technically, and they don't even know if they even in a relationship.
Really, nobody on that show be married.
But
The majority of them are married.
Nah, but-
they the only ones that's on some scraggler shit. They not even in a relationship. They said we in a situation shit.
But they don't even know if they're in a relationship. They don't know what they in. They don't know if they deal with each other. But in case you've been living under a rock, the video that went viral, the lead up, the build up, Vado put his hands on Tahiri on national TV. He let her have it.
Why, my nigga?
But this is the thing, he let her have it, but didn't let her have
my
it.
nigga?
Now, this is the thing though. The backstory is kind of it's very important. Is Tahiri threw, I want to say 2 or 3 apples at this nigga, like
fresh green
apples, like
hard.
chuck these shits like hard as fucking.
Don't even matter though.
No, listen. Hold on. Let me explain to the audience. So she chucks apples at this nigga. Pause. I don't know. Just sound like a pause moment. Just roll with the punches. But so she chucks apples at him. Now they're sitting down at the next scene. This is where I understand where he's come from, even though I don't condone Vado's actions. Is Tahiri is sitting there, and she knew that scene previously of her throwing the apples was pre-planned. This is where him not having any experience with reality TV. So Vado was sitting there with the other couples, with the counselor dude or whatever, and she's saying whatever it is she was saying, but it pretty much alluding to like, yeah, she knew that scene was going to happen. She was supposed to cause a scene, and he spazzed out, like basically like, what the fuck? You knew this shit was going to happen. You knew you was going, and like. He gripped her up though. Everyone's going around saying he choked her. He didn't choke her. Now I don't condone what he did, but he gripped the fuck out of her, shook her up a little bit. You know what I mean? And
he could have did it off cameras.
Well, listen, man, you got to understand is, especially is
I would have kept my cool there. But when we went back to the room and I ain't seen no cameras, I wouldn't have choked her, but I would have been like, yo, what the fuck? Like you threw an apple at me, like. On TV,
it's easy to say what we would do if we not in that spotlight. Like Vado's been in front of cameras. Vado was a rapper. Vado's been down with Dipset. Vado's done all this stuff, but Vado hasn't done reality TV. Yes, he's done guest appearances on Love and Hip Hop. I'm talking about for like 2 seconds.
That is true.
With niggas. You're talking about Tahiri, who made her name off of dating Joe Budden,
right? Off reality,
being
TV.
an industry girl, and off of reality TV. Who knows? You're getting paid off of controversy.
Exactly.
And shit is really pre-planned off of this. So he spazzed in the real moment of, my nigga, you knew about this shit? You knew you was gonna fucking do this shit? Like, you just beat me with apples. How would you act if Shay threw 3 apples at you?
All right, this is how
we know
act.
she's only 5 foot. But what would you do?
This is how I act.
I got an arm. Anyway.
I would have pissed her the fuck off after she did that shit. I wouldn't even pay her no motherfucking mind. I wouldn't have said nothing to her. Once we got in the room, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't have choked her up.
Listen, we got to get her shit off now before...
but she would have known she wasn't going to do that over here shit again to me.
I'm letting her bubble up for a reason.
But real shit, you don't look like a man doing that shit on TV. That shit make you not alpha, bro, doing no shit like that. You just not alpha.
Miss Shacy vibes.
Cause that shit, you shouldn't be fazed by nothing. And I mean, when you a man, you shouldn't be fazed by nothing. Even the extremes of someone.
Nah, we all human.
A girl putting harm to you. Like, not she didn't kill you, bro. Or she didn't put no like deadly weapon to you. So you can handle that accordingly. Now if she puts a deadly weapon to you, hell yeah, you bust her ass. The fuck? If a girl got a knife on me, I'ma beat her fucking ass. And if a girl got a gun on me, I'ma beat her fucking ass. If a girl got an arrow on me, I'ma beat her fucking ass.
So Miss Shay, what's your take on the situation?
Yeah, he was whack for what he did, but she wasn't no less whack for what she did beforehand. Like,
and this is a conversation we really need to get into.
Yeah, like that is really what people need to talk about. Keeping your hands and objects to yourselves, point blank, period.
Yeah.
Because any human gonna react to being physically assaulted. It just sucks that as a man you really shouldn't do that, because some of them underestimate their strength when they do shit like
We
that.
think
like,
differently. Like that shouldn't have happened.
He shouldn't have did it. There's
We
no
think
excusing
completely
that,
different.
but
And
there's
if-
no excusing her either.
And I fuck with Vado musically. That nigga's a goat with the rap shit. But man, my nigga, why'd you even go on the show? You don't need to go on the show.
But this is the thing that we really need to discuss, even outside of the Vado and the Tahiri situation, is females thinking it's okay to hit a nigga, hit a man, and not expect to get hit back. Not condoning saying a man should hit a woman back or put their hands on them. Under no circumstances, no. But this is what I try to explain to my 15-year-old daughter, and I try and explain to my 9 and 10-year-old sons, especially my 15-year-old daughter. Under no circumstances should a man hit you. But don't be one of these women or female and hit a nigga and provoke a nigga and think that he's not going to hit you. Because you're poking the bear.
Yup.
I think people
That's
explain
great
that
advice.
wrong.
And not all girls get that advice.
I think people explain that wrong when they say, don't provoke a man and he's going to hit you. He's going to react to you. That's what people don't understand. It's a reaction. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, anybody whether it's a man or a woman, somebody sitting here beating on you, you're going to see red, you're going to black out. Yeah. So what makes it okay for us to put our hands on anybody?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I don't understand, and why we don't get held accountable for that, because it happens more than people know.
Yeah, and listen, especially in that, I mean, I can't speak on no other community, but especially in the African American community, I think it happens a lot.
A whole lot.
That good old ghetto
I've
love.
experienced it.
That good old girl. I mean, Shay looked like she fucked some niggas up back in her day.
It's been mad shit thrown at me. I've been hit.
I mean, she looked like she fucked some niggas up back in her day.
I don't know what's happening over there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why the Vado react that way?
We don't condone no type of domestic violence on no.
A girl don't really hurt you that much.
See, here's my thing, though.
If you been hit by a nigga, if you been hit by a nigga in a fight, if you really thought you been hit by a nigga and that girl hit you, it's not the same.
Shay look like she'll fuck a nigga up for not putting the toilet seat down.
I got a brother, so I feel like growing up with a brother always is gonna give you a little bit of a different perspective, because your brother gonna tag the fuck out of you. Been tagged.
I understand, because I got an older sister.
You feel me? So that teaches you a little bit about not provoking anyone.
Provoking shit. My sister is crazy. When I was younger, I used to throw fucking big ass paper balls at her and shit.
See?
She would be in the room and shit. I would be on some video game shit, like scope shit. I'd be watching her. Then I just motherfucking line her up.
See? One day she fucked you up, didn't she?
Nah, when I hit her and I hit her right in her eye, she told my parents. And that shit was a bad night for me.
We don't do that.
And I was young and shit. That taught me some shit about putting harm to a girl.
I got a random off topic.
What you got?
Y'all remember Jaguar Wright?
Yeah, I remember Jaguar Wright.
The lady, the woman, the singer. She was like a soul, like an Afro singer.
Yeah, I remember
she
that.
sang in the Unplugged with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she goes on this rant accusing Common of sexual assault.
Oh shit!
This whole video.
Let me guess, you found it on Twitter.
No. Well, yes. Yep. Saw it on Twitter first.
Yo, based on Common's fruits, I believe it. Based on Common's fruits, I believe it.
She said some wild shit.
You know the situation with him and Erykah Badu?
No. What is that situation?
Man, look that shit up. He was obsessed. He was obsessed.
Yeah, she mentioned her too. So I don't know.
Obsessed.
When did this come out?
Yesterday.
And what was she sexually assaulting her, or someone she?
No, she fell asleep and woke up to him trying to do some stuff to her. And
I gotta look into that.
Yeah.
The same day, didn't Common just come out publicly in a relationship yesterday too? With Tiffany Haddish. Yeah, Common and Tiffany Haddish, man.
Tiffany Haddish?
I know, right? That's wild.
She's fucking busted right now. Look, Tiffany Haddish.
What is this nigga on tonight,
Get
yo?
your shit together,
Let
because
me
you was cute
apologize to the
before.
audience, man. Listen,
You was cute before.
hold on. Let me just we're gonna bring back the Dare segment back in the day. Just say no to Reggie, because this is what happens. Also, our audience out there, we don't condone drug use.
You know how many people agree
hold
with
on.
that? What I just said?
Hold
Did
on,
you
hold
see
on.
the picture of her?
Hold on. Do you
Bro,
realize?
she look
Listen, man, we
crazy,
don't
bro.
condone any drug use,
Oh,
but
my
just
gosh.
know that when you only put out
Get it together, baby.
$10 and
Get
you want to
it
smoke
together.
some
You
weed,
cute. Why are you fucking up?
this is what happens when you calling Tiffany Haddish busted.
She's fucking up.
How's she fucking up?
Did you see the picture?
What picture? What is he talking about?
Yo,
Do you know what he's talking about?
Yo, after this podcast, Chase, look up the picture.
You screaming in the mic. Pause.
Oh.
You mean like, what
The first
picture?
time he talks in the mic, you
I had to Snoop Dogg lean back on that.
I haven't seen
I mean,
Tiffany
she
Haddish
shaved her
look
head.
busted. She
If
shaved her head, what?
what you're getting at is her shaving her
You
head.
over here with everything going.
She looked busted with that shit.
So with everything going on in society with Black Lives Matter, you're calling a black woman busted. Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're doing? At
Tiffany Haddish, I'm doing that too.
at the Real Matic Beats.
At the Real Matic Beats. Girls,
Okay.
black girls, don't do what Tiffany Haddish do.
So
Or did. Don't do it.
I guess this brother's only
Y'all
gonna be
beautiful.
working with
Y'all don't need to do that shit she did.
I guess you.
I don't know what she on.
I guess you only gonna be working.
I
with,
don't know who she talking
I guess
to.
you only gonna be working with white Nubian princesses, white Nubian queens. But
Who is she
that's,
talking to?
that's another story. But we're gonna move right along, man. We're gonna move along. We're gonna move
What
along.
we have left?
We're gonna listen, man. Long live the woo.
Oh yeah.
Actually, unfortunately, man, these last couple of topics are gonna be a little emotional. But long live the woo.
Long live the woo, man.
Long live the rip. There was a story that came out that the feds, the feds were trying to get Pop Smoke to flip on fellow 8 Deuce Trey Crip members. Up in people don't know, 8 Deuce Trey is probably the biggest Crip set in all of New York. It's a Brooklyn-based gang. You know, Bobby Shmurda, the whole GS9. In case y'all didn't know, GS9 isn't a rap group. It's a Crip set. But basically, they were trying to put pressure on him. He didn't fold. I believe the article said he didn't fold, correct?
Yeah, they was just pressing.
Yeah, they were just it just came out after the fact, after he passed away, that up until his death, they were trying to put pressure on him about murders going on in Brooklyn involving his Crip set.
He was trying to hem him.
So basically they were interrogating him. He didn't fold. The feds jumped in, put more pressure on him, and he still didn't fold. So with that being said, man,
I hate hearing that news, bro.
hold on. With that being said, man, long live the woo, long live the rip, and fuck that rainbow hair, motherfucker. But
I don't know how he's still out here rocking all crazy and hard. Like, I
oh
don't-
man, this nigga just shot a video in the middle of New York too. But what
what's
you
going
don't
on?
see is they just released the video today. Is behind the scenes, this nigga got some crazy ass white, crazy, stocky look. These niggas look like ex-Navy SEALs,
Like
like
security?
Like they in New York. These niggas is some 6'2", 6'3", 6'4" motherfuckers with automatic weapons in the middle of New York with fatigues on and shit.
He's
like,
labeled up.
but yeah, he got
He's labeled up.
he's on 10K
Ain't nobody
records.
touching
I believe.
him.
He's on 10K records, I believe.
Right. He's labeled up.
with what's the brother's name? I forget his name, but he's damn, I forget the dude he's signed to. But basically, if people don't know, he's a name that a lot of people wouldn't know. His dad pretty much controls the record industry. Like he's a name that if you say, no one would know who he is, but if you look at Sony, you look at Interscope, like this motherfucker is a billionaire and runs these shits.
Okay.
So with that being said, I just wanted to bring that up. You know what I mean? Just, touching on that.
Don't be like 6ix9ine, man. Be like Master P.
No. We don't say homeboy's name around here. I say homeboy. I call him homeboy.
Don't be like him.
I call
be like
him homeboy.
Master P, man.
You know how I feel about Pop Smoke,
Just look up Master P and just be like,
Pop Smoke makes the best baby making music out here. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
he does.
What?
All the ladies love Pop Smoke.
Oh, y'all, the battle tomorrow.
All the ladies love
Is it
Pop
tomorrow?
Smoke.
It is tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we got the versus battle.
Yup.
Hey, that's gonna be lit.
Yeah, the versus battle, man. Did you do any more research on this with Titty Boy and 2 Chainz?
No, what research was that?
I don't know. No, I'm just saying. I still didn't do any.
We just
in-depth
know it's gonna
research.
be a lit little situation. It's gonna be great.
So tune in tomorrow. By the time you guys get this, this will already be done, and we'll recap next week. But you have again Rick Ross versus 2 Chainz, aka Titty Boy.
Yep.
I got Rick Ross.
Same.
I heard what you. When I watched the previous episode. I heard what you said with the features, but I think I got to debate you. We'll talk about that next
who
week.
I want to win versus who
It's I think Rick Ross has better features than 2 Chainz.
I agree.
My personal belief. When you
Rick
said that,
Rick
I
Ross
didn't catch it.
ran
at
the
the time.
marathon a little bit longer than him. He did.
We will see.
But let's get into our last topic of the night, man. There was some very disturbing footage that came out, I think yesterday or the day before. The full body camera footage of the George Floyd death came out. And if you didn't watch this,
Graphic as shit.
if you didn't watch this, let me say this, man, is this brother, of course we already assumed and we already said he didn't do nothing, but this brother didn't do shit. When I say he didn't do shit,
He didn't do nothing.
he didn't do shit.
He did nothing. It's like he was like marked.
Yeah, they came up to him. Again, this was all alleged over a $20 counterfeit bill. The owners of the store wind up coming out later, and the counterfeit bill wind up not being fake. And mind you, the owners feel horrible, like the people, because all they were doing was calling and saying, "Yo, this dude's using fake money." They thought it was fake money. They didn't know that all this stuff was going to transpire. But they came up, they pulled him out of his vehicle, immediately started being aggressive with the brother.
Immediately,
He told them, "Hey, I just got over COVID. I'm dealing with some stuff. I have anxiety issues. This is documented."
and he told him from the jump too.
They put him in handcuffs. They tried to put him in the car. He said, I have anxiety issues. I can't be in tight quarters. They then threw him out the car and threw him on the ground. And then from there, the rest is history. The one cop, and it was crazy because, 3 of the police was rookies, or 2 of them were rookies. And it is like they said, they did say something about, should we get off of them? You're a rookie. You're following orders. These motherfuckers only been on the job for like a week or 2, like literally only a week or 2. But I'm still not condoning what they did by not intervening. But it is confirmed on the footage that they did say something to their superior, who happened to be a sergeant, the one that was on the knee, and he just kept going. They did say, "Yo, we should stop this." I got emotional. I started to tear up, and I wanted to fuck some shit up again after this. Me personally, it's just like, we're at this place right now. I see all this stuff, us moving forward, and I just got drawn back to how initially everything was. I don't give a fuck if shit gets looted. I don't give a shit if shit burns the fuck down. That's what insurance is for. I was pissed off when I saw this fucking video, and I waited a while to see this. I only viewed it because I knew we was coming in here, and I saw everybody talking about it. And it was disturbing, man. It was disturbing.
I've stayed away from all the footage just because that's a feeling that I don't like going back to for any reason. And anytime you see any footage like this, it's no less. You know what I mean? And I don't know. It's still just as devastating and as aggravating. And yeah, it'll make you want to go out and wreck some shit. And make me sad that we've kind of like slowed down a little bit. We kind of slowed down our pace of this fight. Some people haven't, but there's less coverage of it.
It's less coverage of it, but it's still going on. And again, rest in peace, Breonna Taylor. They still didn't lock up her killers.
Those assholes.
They still didn't lock up her killers. What's your feelings on the situation?
I watched the video, and it's very disturbing, man. That's all I can say. It's like watching it. It just made me not trust what's going on. It don't make me trust the system at this point, because I don't know his circumstances. But what I do know is, like, if you're put in the custody of, the police or whatever, you shouldn't feel like that.
You should
Well, you
never
shouldn't
feel
even
like
be
your life
put.
is in your life is being
The whole
threatened.
time he thought he was gonna get killed, and he died. And that's what fucks me up, because a lot of us can relate, but not on that level. And that's what really pisses me off. You know what I mean?
And it seemed like everything happened at once yesterday because that was released. When I say everything, I'm talking about this next situation, which is this ties into our last topic right here. Is there was another disturbing video that got released yesterday of a black family in Colorado, I believe, that was held at gunpoint and handcuffed and put on the ground. There was a call of a stolen vehicle. You had a 6-year-old kid handcuffed on the ground at gunpoint. You had a 16-year-old, a 17-year-old, and the older sister was driving the vehicle, but they had a call of, if you look it up, they had a call of like a stolen vehicle. It wound up coming out to be, of course, it wasn't a stolen vehicle, but they ordered everybody out of the vehicle at gunpoint, made them lay on the ground, and they handcuffed everyone. The video is going around. The kids are screaming hysterical in the background.
Oh my God.
Hysterical. And all they did was they apologized. Like, yo, they had all 4 of them at gunpoint. Like, the older sister might have been in there. No, they were kids. They were like all siblings. It was like an older sister that was driving and then her younger siblings. Like, literally driving. And they were hysterical crying. Hysterical crying.
I'm watching it now. These are babies.
Like, one of the kids involved was a 6-year-old. Like, they literally had their guns pointed at them. So it comes back to the George Floyd situation again, is what these white folks don't understand is every time we leave out of here is our lives are put in danger. And they're not put in danger from, I'm talking about our own people. They're put in danger from getting pulled over. Like, you don't understand. I don't think white people really understand how nervous we really get when we get pulled over.
Whether you're doing something wrong or
I'm
not.
nervous.
I'm
as shit when I get pulled
1,000% legit. I could have been doing no drinking. I got my seatbelt on. I'm a truck driver. I got my CDLs. I am nervous and scared as shit every time I see those red and blue lights and I get pulled over. I just think, like, God forbid, man. Right. God forbid. Right. Like I told the story on the first episode, about a month ago, I get pulled over in Jersey. I put all of my windows down and I put my hand on the steering wheel and I wait for them to ask me to get my license registration. It's over here. Do you mind if I get it? Yeah, you can get it. Fortunately, the state troopers were cool or whatever and, got out of the situation. But I just take precautions right now. I take precautions. I'm scared. I'm scared than a motherfucker.
Me too, man.
And I hate to leave our audience on this note, man, because we leaving on a somber note.
It's real
man.
because
we have to leave it on
it.
this note.
Yeah.
And we have to.
It's awareness, y'all. Y'all gotta be aware of this shit.
Yeah, man.
Take precautions.
And it comes down to, man, honestly, man, listen. It's good versus evil. Point blank, period, man.
That's facts.
It's good versus evil.
That's facts.
Ain't nobody out here trying to start a race war or nothing, but it's good versus evil. If you ain't with us, then you with them, and we know where the fuck you stand. Exactly. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that.
And I definitely say stay dangerous.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. I advise all my African American brethren and sisters out there, if you don't have any criminal backgrounds, please arm yourself. Take advantage the same way these white folks do out here. Especially if you out here in the state of Delaware, it's so easy to get a firearm without a criminal background.
Yep. Do your research and get a firearm. So go to the gun range and get your shit right.
With that being said, man, we're going to end our episode 4, man. We're going to end our episode 4 with, Black Lives Matter motherfuckers. Word. Point blank, period. If you need any bartending needs, any, you know where to find Shay C Vibes.
She got the potions.
I don't even
know what I mean? DM me. I'm her manager. I'll get you with all prices.
She got it.
Tip me, not him.
She got it.
If you need any beats, there's a new project out. Plug your project one more again.
It's that Bana, B-A-N-A, Matic Beats on all streaming platforms. So with that being said, that was episode 4 of Loggic Unplugged podcast. It's Logic with 2 motherfucking G's. And we out this motherfucker.